Hello everyone, Simon here. Welcome back to Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. Let's get out of Roswell.
Gun. Keys. Run.
Oh yeah? You gonna let him live? You're not far enough away. Yeah, no, that's not. You're way too close. That's not how nukes work. That's not how nukes work. Wait, turning back? Oh, he's going home. What do you expect to find here, Blazkowicz? What do you expect to find here? You know your father. If your father's still alive, he's probably a Nazi now.
Hey, boy. My name's Billy. What's your name?
My name's Billy, too, but my daddy says I'm not supposed to play with you.
Well, why he say that?
My daddy said that Negroes are a sickness on the community and a bad influence, dirty and thieves, and beggars and bums, and they don't know how to read or write, and that they're stinky and stupid and lazy and way too lazy to work an honest job.
Well, my daddy did, but my mama say white folks is mean as all get out, and hating and resenting on account they used to keep all colors as slaves, and now they're not allowed no more. And that's why I can't use a good restroom at the fair, and the man in the store won't let me in so I can buy chewing gum or soda pop.
Well, what kind of chewing gum you like?
Engine Scouts.
Red or yellow?
Yellow.
I hate the red ones.
The red ones taste like puke.
Yeah.
What you got in that jar, Billy?
Oh, it's nothing at all. It's for catching tadpoles.
What you gonna do with tadpoles in that jar?
Just go watch them swim. I feed them crumbs and carrots from the yard. Then they become pinky frogs.
Well, I've seen tadpoles down the stream. Follow me and I'll show you.
Okay. Come on.
Remember you showed me the ring, Mama? For when I met someone special? Well, I did. And it'll look right on her finger.
Yeah? She's still alive? Is she still alive? Oh, he didn't mean her. He means Anya. He needs to get the ring for Anya. Okay. He doesn't mean Billy. Okay, there are a number of marked locations. This is where your dog died? Or is it your... who is it? Your mother?
This life is a hardship, Billy. It is long, and it is paved with heartbreak. You will be old before you reach road's end. Just remember, my boy, it will end better than it began.
Will it? That's faith, I guess. Will it really though? Okay, that is the dog. That's a big ass grave for a dog. The dog's not that big. The dog was like a... This wasn't a big dog. Hold on. The dog is not that big, was it? I thought the dog was only like this big. Never mind. What is that? I thought it was poop. It's not poop, it's just poorly modeled rocks. Maybe poorly textured rocks. It looks like poop. It's poorly modeled rocks. That's not what rocks look like in the ground. Over time, the rocks would like sink into the dirt a little bit because the dirt is soft, it moves. Every time it rains, it kind of washes a little bit, and the rocks kind of just sink in over time. They don't sit on top of like that. The reason poop looks like that is because poop is fresh. So fresh poop sits on top of the ground.
Billy?
Yeah?
Can I tell you a secret?
Okay.
Promise not to tell anyone.
Yeah, okay.
I'll whisper it. I think you're very handsome, and I like you.
That's gonna get you killed, Billy.
Are you out there somewhere, Billy? Inclined to this day to endure amongst the living?
She probably did. So, you know, during certain times in American history, interracial relationships were frowned upon to the point of lynching. You know, you get dragged out and hung on a tree. There were times when that happened in America. If a black person and a white person got into a relationship. So, yeah, no, that's gonna get you killed, Billy. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying it's gonna happen. Alright, so we can't get back that way. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna do something, that might get you lynched. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying be smarter about it. Don't get spotted, right? Don't let people know. And maybe carry a gun, so if they come lynch you, you can shoot. Just, you know, just understand what you're getting into. Don't be naive about it. I'm not saying don't fight Nazis. I'm saying if you're gonna fight Nazis, you need to work out and learn to shoot. Because they're gonna shoot back.
Come on! Look at this, Billy! Look, the rat fell into my bucket, now he can't get out! Look at that!
He'll drown.
Probably.
Well, save him, Billy. He's drowning.
He's just a rat, he's gross. He's eating our food and spreading germs, pooping in our cupboards.
He's dying. He's dying, Billy.
is.
He's dead! Ah!
Billy, look! Billy! Come back!
You done did it, Billy. You saved his life.
Oh, Guy.
How old was I then? 19, 20 maybe? I was 9, maybe 10.
Well, the rat's still gonna eat your food and poop in your cupboards. I mean, what do you want me to say about it? We kill people all the time. We kill people all the time. I'm not even just talking about the food we eat. In this game, not in real life. I don't kill people in real life. In this game, we kill people all the time. Ah yes, Ruby Weber, hi. Washington urges cooperation with liberator squads. Little more than days have passed since the devastating bomb hit the heart of New York, prompting the total surrender of the United States of America to the forces of the German army. The German troops have descended upon Washington. They are now sending what they call liberator squads across the country to ensure a smooth transition of power. I urge all Americans to cooperate with the German forces, said the president in a radio speech yesterday. Do not take up arms. Do not try to act out in any way against the orders of the German army. We do not want any more bloodshed. The atom bomb that devastated New York was a wake-up call for all of us. The war is over. Oh yeah? You got nuked once and you gave up. Gold. So these things, they look cool, but I don't think they're like mechanically that good because you have like a small wheel driving a bigger wheel and it's asymmetrical, like the weight distribution is off center. Like they look cool and they work. It's not like they don't work. But I think mechanically they're not like not as reliable as just like a bike. Rip. What in the hell are you doing? I told you many times that there'd be consequences if you didn't get your business together. Your fiscal ailments are just spiraling out of control. Now, I've been a friend of yours for a damn long time. I stood up for you more times than I can count off the top of my head, and I believed you when you repeatedly told me you would sort your act out. That you'd get the business floating above the red line again. Now did you deliver? Hell no, buddy. You just squandered away every last bit of opportunity I gave you. That's why I'm ringing the death knell for this friendship. Goodbye and never speak to me again, Frank. Indeed. Right, this is the barn. It's stagnant water. Like there's nothing coming in, there's nothing going out, and so it's just gonna breed mosquitoes. Stagnant water, you don't want a pond of stagnant water. Ah, there's the house.
The way I see it, we got two options. Either I pay good money for a new pocket watch, or you go down the well and get it.
Uh-huh. That was a flashback in the first game as well. Interesting. Alcohol bottles. I mean, the cans are rusted, but they don't seem to be that rusted. The glass bottles, like if you look at the labels are not faded. So if you leave like labels in the sun, in the open, over time they'll fade. So this looks kind of new. I don't know if that's just a mistake or if people still live here somehow.
Mama! Daddy!
What's the goddamn ruckus?
Annie and Howie, they followed me. They pinned me down. They took my pocket knife.
What the hell is wrong with you? You let them take your property, they're gonna walk all over you till there's nothing left. Now, I gave you that pocket knife. It was in your care. It's your responsibility.
I will speak to their parents.
You will do no such thing, Sophia. Oh, you gonna let your mommy fight your battles for you, are you, boy? Now you go on out there and take back what's yours, and you are not setting foot in this house again until you do.
Yeah, I mean, look. I had much better parents than that. I'll tell you what though, if my parents told me that, they'd be two dead kids. I would kill those other kids. So like, first of all, I never got bullied when I was little. And second of all, my parents are much better than that. If things were different, I might have killed someone by now. Like, you don't... Be careful, like, when you tell a kid to do that, like, go out there and get it back, and I don't care how you do it. Just stand up for yourself. Yeah, no, people are gonna die, aren't they? Aren't people gonna die? What else is gonna happen? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I mean, if you suggest to me that I should kill someone, I might agree with you. So don't suggest that to me. Aunt Wilma's letter, dearest Rip. I hope that you're holding up well and cooperating with our new administration. I must say things are looking much brighter for us now. Your uncle has been promised a new job by the regime. A janitor at the new SS building in the city center. He's very excited. It's a far cry from the machine operator job he used to have before he was fired all those years ago. But it puts bread on the table. So how's Sophia? I imagine that she's worried now, considering the circumstances. I hear the Germans have some issues with the Jews. I bet if she cooperates with them, everything will be okay. Anyway, hope we can visit you again this summer. Love, Aunt Wilma. I hear the Germans have some issue with the Jews. Oh, is that what you hear? Tell me exactly what have you heard? Oh, hey, Lucy. Plants have grown inside. So no, I guess nobody has been living here for a while. Oh, to inspect? Uber Commandant Weschler's letter. Herr Rip Blazkowicz. Thank you for expressing your willingness to cooperate with us. The more information you provide us with, Jews and deviants, their location, and so forth, the more rewards you will get for showing your loyalty. There may even be a chance to get a new place for you. In the future, I suspect there will be many vacant mansions that need to be occupied by those who are loyal to the Reich. I'll look into these Frank and Archibald characters that were troubling you. Looking forward to hearing from you again, Herr Blazkowicz. Heil Hitler. Oh yeah. So they're just gonna... So he's gonna murder Frank and Archibald and then give the mansions to Rip. That is, in fact, how the Third Reich worked. So, okay, so the Holocaust? Killing the Jews? The thing is, like people think, oh, they're racist. They kill the Jews because they're racist and they just hate Jews and because they're bad people because of racism. Not really. I mean, yes, some people were racist. Of course, some people were racist. But the reason everybody else went along with it was because every time you killed a Jew, you confiscated their property and then you distributed the property to the people who help you. So it's basically murdering people, stealing their stuff, and then giving it to your buddies. And so even the people who weren't particularly racist, they see this and they think, well, I can make a lot of money doing this, just killing people, stealing their stuff. And so then that's why a lot of people participated. It's not like every German is racist. Of course not. It's not even that most Germans are racist. No, like even back then, it's not that most Germans were racist. Most Germans were just people. But you have a situation where you have this opportunity to make a lot of money, and if you don't ask where it comes from, I guess it doesn't bother your conscience. You just don't ask about it. And so then it was really picking a minority group, one who happened to have some money. Jews have some money, and so they picked this minority group, abuse them, eventually kill them all, and just steal all their stuff. That's it. That's the plan. Yeah. And that's the thing. You know, sometimes people think, well, how could the Germans have tried to exterminate the Jews? Like, that's so evil. No, if there's money to be made, if people could get rich out of it, it's gonna happen. Because people aren't that good. If you tell people, hey, I want you to kill Jews because we hate Jews, not that many people would join in. If you say, hey, let's kill those guys, take their stuff and get rich, more people would join in. And that's really what happened in the Holocaust. It wasn't really about racism and anti-Semitism. It was really about murdering people and stealing their things. That's what it really was about. Okay. Fragment of old news article. The larger the mob, the harder the test. In small areas, before small electorates, a first-rate man occasionally fights his way through, carrying even the mob with him by force of his personality. But when the field is nationwide and the fight must be waged chiefly at second and third hand, and the force of personality cannot so readily make itself felt, then all the odds are on the man who is intrinsically the most devious and mediocre. The man who can most easily, adeptly disperse the notion that his mind is a virtual vacuum. The presidency tends year by year to go to such men. As democracy is perfected, the office represents more and more closely the inner soul of the people. We move towards a lofty ideal. On some great and glorious day, the plain folks of the land will reach their heart's desire at last, and the White House will be adorned by a downright moron. That is, in fact, how democracy works. Okay, so democracy. Look, I like the idea of democratic rule. The people rule, right? Democracy, rule of the people. I like the idea of it, but here's the problem. Well, maybe it's only a problem with the way we do democracy. The way we do democracy is we vote, and then whoever wins the majority of the votes gets to decide. And so what happens, especially in the United States, you win 51% of the vote, you get 100% of the power. And so you only need to win half, or slightly more than half the votes. And which half do you win? Do you try to convince the smart people to vote for you, or do you try to convince the dumb people to vote for you? If you want to convince smart people to vote for you, you have to have smart policies. You have to do a lot of smart things, and that's hard work. Whereas if you try to convince the dumb half of the population to vote for you, you can do dumbass things, and people will think you're cool. And so, and so the politicians, of course, it's much easier to convince the dumb people to vote for you, and so they always chase the dumb vote. And I don't want to say this like, oh, those people are dumb, they vote for that guy. No, but it's how democracy works. I mean, there are smart people and there are dumb people. We know that. There are informed people and uninformed people, right? There are people who spend the time to think about things, and then there are people who don't. Like, let's be real. And it's much easier to convince the dumb people than it is to convince the smart people. And so you convince the dumb people because it's easier. And so democracy, everybody is chasing the dumb vote because that's easier than the smart vote. And that's the problem with democracy. You get the dumbest 51% of the people to vote for you. And so then the intelligence of your policies is not average. It's the average of the dumbest 51%, which is like 25%. The 25th percentile of smart policies is what you end up with. Because that's how you win elections, right? How do you convince people to vote? You target the gullible people. Not everybody is gullible. You just need to convince 51% of people. The 51% most gullible people. And that's enough to get you 100% of the presidency. And then you're in power, right? And that's democracy the way we have it now. The idea that you vote and 51% of the vote gets you 100% of the power. That system, it doesn't have to be like that. We could have a different system where, like, maybe if you get 51% of the vote, you only get 51% of the power. How about that? But that's not how it is, right? So the system encourages that. But the system is not the only way to do democracy, and it's not even the best way to do democracy. It's a pretty bad way to do democracy, the way we have it right now. And it leads to dumb leadership because they're chasing the dumb vote, right? Have you noticed that the average politician is dumber than the average person? Have you noticed that? Do you know why? Now you know why. It's because that's how you win elections. What's happening here? BB pellets? Oh yeah, learn to shoot.
Hey. Son, I have tried reasoning with you. I've tried smacking sense into you till the cows come home, and nothing is working. Every night you wake me up with these noises. No matter how many times I try to tell you there are no monsters in our basement.
Sorry, Daddy.
You're the
At
monster.
night, I see them. Clear as daylight. They're coming to kill Mama.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. You take this.
Wow.
Now, you and I are going down into the basement, and any monsters that show up, we shoot them dead, right between their eyes. Sometimes the best way to fix a problem is to face it head on. You with me?
Yes, Daddy.
Sophia, you in on this? You see them?
No, Daddy. The monsters are gone.
Well, I reckon if you do no wrong, ain't no monster gonna come after you, son. You think we scared them off for good this time?
May I keep the gun?
It's not loaded, is it? Don't sleep with a loaded gun. In fact, don't do anything with a loaded gun. Except to shoot it at things you mean to shoot. Gun safety, guys. Do not sleep with a loaded gun. Accidents happen. Accidents happen and people are gonna die. Oh, hey, Larry. I mean, I know it's a BB gun. You can still lose an eye, right? I mean, just Don't sleep with a loaded gun. Hey, Marty. Oh. That's the end of the level? What happened here? Wait a minute. Is this the laundry? Is it the... Wait a minute. What is this room? There's a mattress here. Who sleeps here? Wait, what? There's a little side room with a mattress in it? So there's a basement, right? Ooh, spooky basement. Why is the ground... Oh yeah, the ground is just rough.
I'll be in the grave rotting away, and still a better daddy than you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Blazkowicz. Sebastian. Oh, there's an anvil here. Gold. Right, parents. Hold to inspect. Young Billy's note. The paper is bloodstained and wrinkled. I swear I will be a good boy. I swear I will not disobey my father. I swear I'll clean up my room. I swear I'll clean up the dishes. I swear I will act like a goddamn man. I swear I will not disgrace my people. This text was written by an adult. Billy Blazkowicz. The name was written by a child. That's not gonna change anything, man. Psychology. Psychology. If you wanna convince your child to do whatever, psychology. Okay, so what are we gonna upgrade? I haven't used the shotguns yet. Alright, so we're not using the pistol ever. Sturmgewehr is fully loaded. Machine pistol drum magazine? Maybe. Laser craftwork, we don't really use the laser craftwork. Loads all 3 barrels, so this gives you triple shot. Extended magazine doubles the stock shock hammer machine magazine capacity. Ricochet. Shrapnel pieces ricochet when hitting hard surface, causing additional damage to nearby enemies. I think extended magazine on the shotgun. So shotgun is basically something that I'm not going to use very often. Except when I'm expecting a big enemy and then you just dual wield the shotguns and just lay into them, right? So it's like, it's a weapon that I basically never use because I sneak around all the time. But when I do use it, we want as much firepower as quickly as possible. And we only use it for a boss fight. That's the plan at least. I mean, I guess I can use it for normal fights too. Alright, so what do we do here? I think I'm gonna exit the level here. It's still here. How is that possible? That's crazy that nobody found it.
Place has
Unlikely.
gone to shit.
I ain't been down here in nary a decade. I own a 2,000-acre ranch up by Forney Lake now. I heard on the radio you'd been sighted up near Roswell. I figured you might show up here.
Nothing in this house but bad memories.
So why'd you come? Need a place to hide? You need money? Well, you're barking up the wrong tree, son. Far too late to come begging now.
Ain't nothing you can offer to make up for what you done to us. I think of my father, I see a fuck you and a fist flying in my face.
When'd you ever do right by me? Disobedient, ungrateful, sense like a flat tire, and a mouth like a sewer.
Oh, you're
I
talking
saw
about
where
yourself.
you was headed. I've been down that hole myself. And
Yep.
I guarantee you, I did all in my might to pull you out. What more do you want from me?
Nothing. I don't want anything from you.
I wanted you to treat me like I mattered.
Ah, come on, dude.
Like I wasn't some piece of dog shit got stuck on your shoe.
I did my damnedest with you. The truth is, you were broke beyond fixing. What are you, some sort of super killer terror bomber now?
Yeah?
You're on the wrong side, buddy. All them years, I was banging my head into the wall, coming to see that everyone was against me. And when the Nazis took over, things got a lot better. You play by their rules, you can do very well for yourself. Ask anyone around these parts. Blazkowicz is a name of renown and respect. Everything you touch turns to shit, and I do not need your stink on my name. Wanted murderer. Run off to the army as soon as you come of age. Broke your mother's heart.
Where is she?
Dead.
She's gone.
When? What happened?
The Nazis took her. What do you think?
What happened is we had a big goddamn war, and now we got a new government with new rules. They took her. She gone. And what's that queer outfit you're wearing?
What do you mean they took her?
They rounded up all the Jews and the coloreds and the queers. This is a white man's world now. White man's got to keep it Christian.
You sold her out.
So what? Wife made a living bemoaning me and raised a boy into a murderer. Well, I always saw you for what you are. 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. On your knees.
Daddy, I'm your son.
Down on your fucking knees.
Was it time I was scared of you? Was it time I'd have pissed myself, had a gun pointed at my head? You know what I feel right now? Not a goddamn thing. Who'd you call?
I heard everything. Who in the hell'd you call?